Morning, lovely.
Hi.
Hi, Taylor. It's Kid Kraddick. How are you?
I'm great. It's great to talk to you. It's been a while.
It has been a while. I guess it was in your dressing room in some random city.
Hey
Good
now.
memory.
Yeah, and you saw. Well, come on. I mean, me,
Well, it's a
you.
memory for him. You
Yeah.
have no clue.
Yeah, other people remember. Yeah, but you signed a cool guitar for me, that Taylor Swift signature guitar that I ended up giving to a little girl with cancer who loves it. So thank you for that.
Aw.
I hope you don't mind. I gave it away.
Oh, I don't mind at all. That's beautiful, actually.
And I am sitting here right now, covered. I mean, doused in Wonderstruck perfume.
Smell great.
Really?
By the way. Yes.
Thank you. How do I smell, Al?
I can't keep my hands off you.
Thank you.
Well, you put a little too much, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's really. You know what? It's really a beautiful commercial that you've done for them. You know?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Playing
you
it
so
right
much. It was really fun to make. We shot that in New Orleans.
So did you do this song especially for the perfume?
No, this is actually a song called Enchanted off of my album. It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, but I didn't know if maybe like you had that perfume in
The
mind
inspiration
when you
for
wrote the
it.
song.
No, actually, the song came first, which is usually the case with me.
Yeah.
You know, the song called Enchanted that I wrote for this album, and it's about, you know, meeting someone and having it have such an effect on you that you just can't shake it. And Wonderstruck was actually a word that the guy that I wrote the song about used one time, and he said that word, and I thought it was so beautiful. So I wrote that in the song to kind of tip him off,
Okay.
and then it ended up being a word that I fell in love with so much that I wanted to title the fragrance Wonderstruck.
Okay, stop right there because I am going through the list of boyfriends I know you've had to figure out which one
Oh, wow.
was smart
Oh,
enough.
come on.
to
You guys
use-
don't know about all of them.
I guess we do.
I think this is a mystery one that shall remain nameless.
Yeah. Taylor Swift, 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I was sitting at home sick, listening to my own show that I wasn't on that day. And you guys were all interviewing Taylor.
Yeah.
And she was talking about baking with Selena Gomez. Do you remember that?
Oh,
And that was like almost 4 years ago, and you two are still super tight. Didn't you guys just hang out, like go to hibachi or something?
yeah. How do people know everything we do?
Dude, I
yeah,
research.
Stalker,
um,
paparazzi.
Yeah, right.
I research, you know?
She's like my little sister. You know, I've never had such a like truly sister-like relationship with someone, and it's so cool. It is really amazing to have a friend for that long because we met when I was like 17, 18, and now 21, about to turn 22. So it is amazing with so much going on in our lives that we stayed so close.
And what are the odds that your career arc for both of you would be so great, you know?
Oh,
No, really. I mean, it would be harder, I think, to have a relationship if one of you is struggling and one of you is just killing it, you know? But you're both killing it. You are.
well, thanks.
Over 1 million fans bought tickets for this tour. Name them.
Starting with the A's, please.
We'll start with the A.
She probably could.
Please, we'll do it alphabetically.
Alrighty.
It is funny though. I mean, we joke about that, but you have truly made friends with some of your fans, right? You keep in contact and.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so much fun that way. Like, when you have these friendships going on all throughout the country, and then you look out into the crowd and you see someone that you know that has come to, like, 3 concerts this tour, and then you look over and this other girl, you know her, and she's been to 2 concerts
Wow.
this tour, and then this other girl, you haven't seen her since the last tour, but you know every time you come to Georgia, she's there. It's more fun that way.
Okay, what are you? I mean, how do you remember this
Right?
stuff? I mean, you're up there, you've got a million things to think about, and you're like, oh, the girl in red was in Tucson.
Oh, she wore that same shirt at that concert.
I can't remember the girl I made out with last night.
Exactly. That's
It's
amazing.
just about simple human connection. Like, you don't forget people's faces when someone's been really nice to you.
Right.
Yeah,
And, you know, that fully applies to when you look out into a crowd of people. I just love it. I mean, this tour has been my favorite thing I've ever been a part of.
Taylor Swift with Kid Kraddick in the morning. Speak Now World Tour live CD comes out in November. That's kind of exciting, huh?
I know. I'm really stoked about that because with this tour, I sat down and planned it with my tour designer almost a year in advance. And I sat down with him and I was like spitting out all these ideas for each song. And I said, look, I know we can't use all these ideas in the tour. I know that. But I'm just going to give you all the ones that I have. And after I told him all my ideas, he's like, oh, no. We can do all those in one tour. We can do all those in one
Nice.
show. So there's a lot going on in this show, and I'm really excited that people will get to see it and it'll be on film. And then when I go to certain cities, I like to play different songs that are from, artists that are from that area. And
Right.
That's a unique idea. I don't think anybody else has
Right,
ever
I've
had
never heard of
that.
To make it local almost.
And there's
yeah.
no original ideas anymore. Here comes Taylor Swift with one.
I know. See how she is?
She's so
Aw.
great.
Must get tired of all the adulation.
Do you ever panic that you are tapped out as a songwriter, though? Because that's got to be a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, every time I go about 2 weeks without writing a song, I sit there and have like an anxiety attack and like pretend I feel like I am never going to write a song again, and then I like have nightmares about it, and then I stay up and I can't sleep, and then I end up like writing a song the next day.
Wow, to
But
feel
yeah,
so
I do.
compelled.
I panic all the time.
That's awesome.
And the thought of never writing a song again is the scariest thing in the world. It's one of my top fears, and I have it flash before my eyes almost every time I go like 2 weeks without writing a song.
Do you ever use like the rhyming sites online to find the like
The rhyming dictionary.
you ever do that? Like, oh crap, tuxedo. Oh my god.
I used to do that, but they don't think of like if it says if you're thinking of like rhyming a word with the word like page, right?
Okay.
You want to rhyme a word with page. They're only going to have direct rhymes.
Yeah.
It's not going to have like any clever indirect lines. Like if you have like a word with 2 syllables, it's not going to think of 2 other words that would also rhyme with that one word. It's just I don't know. I used to use them, but like it's easier just to kind of use your head.
Because with page you could rhyme phase, or you could rhyme
Half
phase.
rhyme.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not just rage. That's not the only word available, right?
Yeah.
Rage.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a looser rhyme that would also work, and you could find a phrase more descriptive with a word.
That's a
that
secret
you
I'm going
find
to use.
yourself.
I'm using that secret to
Oh.
make $10 million in shit.
Yeah, that's the trick to all of it. That's the secret.
Well, you must have some trick because Nicki Minaj is giving you full credit for her latest hit, Super Bass. She said it's all because of you.
Oh my God, that's my favorite song. You guys have no idea how much I love that song. And it was like she came and sang it with me during my show at Staples Center. And she has like no idea how much that was a dream come true for me. Like that was like top 10 life goals.
So how does Taylor Swift memorize the rap and Super Bass?
That's a lot.
Because that's a tough rap.
It's like the most worth like memorizing that. Like how can you not want to memorize that
Yeah.
rap?
You
Like
know, it might wants to.
so
but
worth it.
Well, here's a little secret that I don't know if Taylor wants out. But if you zoom in on her left arm, she's got lyrics all over that bad boy. Taylor, am I busting you right there?
No,
Uh-oh.
I write lyrics on my arm for every single show, so that's gonna happen every night. And it wasn't,
Yeah, not for that
not
song.
cheap.
You never look at them, though, I've noticed. You never even look at them. It's just a comfort thing. It's like bringing your own security blanket.
No, it's not
It's
for my
inspiration.
songs. It's other people's songs.
Yes, lyrics for inspiration. It's inspiring lyrics.
Yeah.
See, I thought they were lyrics.
No, it's like one big line she'll write down the side of her
Oh,
arm.
I thought you were trying to remember your own song.
No.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah. Love story's feeling a little hazy tonight. I think I need to write some notes.
Hey,
Writing it on my arm would be the best choice.
it happens to me in the morning, I'll tell you that. Hey, you used to set up this thing backstage where you make your backstage area look kind of like a teen club back there, like
The Tea Party?
yeah. You still doing the tea party backstage?
Yeah, it looks different for every tour, and this year it's designed to look like my apartment.
No way.
And we have like all my meet and greets in that room. So I have like 4 different meet and greets before the show, and then one afterward. The one afterward is just people that we've gathered from the crowd who have been going crazy the whole night. So
Wow.
that's fun. That's called the Tea Party.
Well, that's a good tip for people to go see
Yeah,
you.
just act like a
If
loon
you're
and you might get
if you're
backstage.
sitting toward the front, be
Oh.
really
Oh, nice.
enthusiastic.
I'm gonna go
Same.
body painted.
But they already are anyway.
The sound of a bunch of people screaming at the same time, it's like my favorite sound in the world, and this tour has been very conducive to that.
Yeah.
It's been a very loud tour.
And you're playing like huge venues for this thing. Is that an adjustment?
Yeah, it's been crazy. We play a lot of stadiums, and that's a lot of people. When you look out and you're like, oh, okay. I've gotten like less nervous about the first time you play a stadium, you're like, whoa, and the second time you step out there, it just becomes just a bigger way to express your emotions and feel all these things with a lot of people.
Because I was wondering if you got nervous before these things, and then I go on your Twitter and I see that you're tweeting from under the stage and you're just sending pictures of the crowd. It's like, oh, she's not nervous at all. She's just having fun.
Right in the
Digging it.
middle. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Before the show, I usually have somebody like I'll hand my phone off to like a crew guy or like one of my like people that are around at the time, and I'll like give him my phone and I'll say, can you please like take a picture of the crowd? And because it's just beautiful, that many people in one place.
So cool.
Love it.
Taylor, I have to ask you, you are always so positive and nice to every fan. It seems like you'll take a picture with anyone that asks. Do you ever have a day that you're just like, I hate people and I don't want to go outside and I don't want to smile and I don't want to take a picture?
I've got a zip.
Surely you have a day that you're just feeling negative.
Yeah, of course you have days where you just feel negative. That's real life. And so if I have those days, I stay inside because, you know, usually when you wake up in the morning, you can kind of tell what you want.
Uh-huh.
You can tell if you're tired or if you're feeling very social or if you're not feeling social at all. And so if I'm not, then I just tend to like stay in and not take that mood out on anybody.
Yeah.
Because nobody needs that.
I know what
That's
you do,
smart,
Taylor.
Nobody wants me in that mood.
I know exactly what you do. You do that all day long.
I do that all day long. You have no idea.
Law and order.
Law and Order marathons are so important to my mental health.
You're kind of an SVU girl, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's like my first. Is SVU, but then there are so many different options. Like regular Law and Order is also very good. Like
Right,
Law and
yeah.
Order Criminal Intent.
Criminal
And then, like
Minds?
a lot of times Without a Trace is on, and then there's like Bones and NCIS. And
How about Criminal Minds?
Yeah, that's really good. That's a good substitute too.
How about Project Runway? No? No love on that?
One of my best friends is Joe Jonas, and we're on our way to a TV studio, and we're just shooting the breeze. And I'm like, so have you talked to Camilla? Blah, blah. And he's like, well, nice day. He's like changing the subject and everything. And then I mentioned you, and he goes, she's awesome. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So he wouldn't talk about any girl, and then I bring you up, and he's like, she's awesome. So I just thought I'd throw that.
Aw.
Let you know. So Joe's all good.
So do you think Joe's awesome? Or?
So,
No, stop it.
we tell him that you said.
Joe's pretty awesome. What should I tell Joe in return?
It's a nice day.
Yeah.
Well played, ma'am. Well played.
I love the way you handle things.
You have such a grace about you. You're such an old soul. I just love it. All right. Well, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you. I think in Dallas.
That's the big. Talk about stadium. That's the biggest enclosed structure
Yeah.
on planet Earth.
Yeah. I mean, when you see
Cowboy
this,
Stadium. I'm
Yeah.
stoked. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I'm gonna see you there. So I look forward to it. It's always a pleasure. You're so great. Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much. Love you guys.
Thank you,
Bye.
Taylor.
Bye, Taylor.
Bye bye. She never Googles herself. By the way, she was telling CMT that it freaks her out to Google herself because she's really thin-skinned, and when she sees one
Yeah.
comment, it'll ruin her whole day.
I'm going to Google her right now out of
So-
curiosity. It's the first thing that pops up.
So she's just like us.
Mhm.
Taylor Swift, Kid Kraddict in the morning.